This time around, I'm kind of scared of even being heard. Audio-wise. I think my audio is not the best. Or there's a bunch of bullshit going on in the street. You know, whether you guys know it or not. But, you know, today, woke up relatively, woke up by like 6 in the morning. Really drunk. Really fucking drunk. Ugh. Not the best choices. I like what I said, so I'm gonna just keep it rolling. Do this. But, you know. I never did really any learning of how to do camera stuff. I just know from whatever the hell I've done from school projects and a bunch of cooking projects. Mainly, thank you, COVID and culinary. The worst things I've ever seen mix. But see this? Not good. Not sober. For the moment, I was like a few minutes ago. I still am. I haven't sipped or drank. Yeah. So, what would I even care about talking? Why is everyone so stuck on stuff? I really ask, because you know, why can't people just be heard or listen? Mainly, just listen or to hear. To anything. I mean, I say one thing to somebody and they're already up in arms. And recently, I've been trying to speak more earnest, more to help. And from once when I was hateful, just a spiteful little fire, the biggest fire walking around. Holy shit, you have to walk the eggshells, I tell you. And if not, or it's like a brutal talk. It's just all. You know, we're just calling each other names and whatnot, and that's like the day of conversation. And now that I see that's fucking terrible. That is so awful. That is so awful. I've never really found joy in it. It's just what worked, and so I'm just trying to find the joy. And I'm not a fan, you know. But either way, the communication's so poor. Communication's so poor in today's time. It's so poor. It's bad. I wish it was only better. Everyone likes to be ignorant. They love to be ignorant. I mean, it quite fuels some people, and it used to fuel me. And it's so easy to be ignorant. I'll say that. I think that's it's like a rule of ignorance. Very easy. It's you just have to think you're right. You have to just you have to be in the ego. Just think you're right. Boom. You have quite literally won the conversation. Call them retarded. Shit works. And you don't understand it, say something against it. So what do we do when all we can do is say something against? Like, I always find myself laughing at others and just like, fuck you mean? You know, just misunderstanding things because I didn't get it myself. That's a trash ass behavior. That is woe to me. Woe to man. How filthy. How filthy of an act. For you did hear that. And for you probably maybe even know that. And I only say that to people who fucking ignore shit. If you openly ignore or you hurt someone and you just want someone to repeat it, you're probably the biggest trash to walk. If you do that, make others do that, that is terrible. That is bad. If you didn't know that, now you do. If you do know that and you just keep practicing it, your time comes. I also think that too. Think about that. Time comes. No matter what you do, it will always come back to you. And boomerang, they just boomerang around. Karma I don't think it boomerangs, so to speak, but it gets heavy. It gets heavy. The load becomes encumbering. You know, it at some point you're gonna repent for that act. You're gonna repent. So rather than repent, just don't do it. Speaking of the devil, that's pretty ignorant. That is pretty ignorant of me. I see. Even as I speak, no, I've messed up. I think it's for the camera's sake, for it is no more. Damn. I was kind of looking forward to that. I'm also trying to get better, and by continuing it does not help. You just do. But, you know, it's just crazy, and how much that encumbering can. It may be so encumbering you don't even feel it because that's all you have to hold now. You know, you got the weight of your world against you, and some people like that weight. I don't. It's not bad. It's not bad to have some weight. Now, it'd be better if you had none. Like, it'd be way better if you had none. It would be infinitely better if you had none. You know, to find things out and to give yourself time to click these things, you just gotta kind of live them slowly. I honestly would like to tell a story before, or not really like to. I don't want to get into it. But like with this, I have I have a neat trip coming up. Neat trip. And I found some days. Man, I was going through it. And, you know, it was because of work. And my environment at work is just awful. You know, people say this and that, but I'm telling you, it's me and some 50-year-old dude yelling at each other like it's some COD lobby back in 2013. Why the hell am I dealing with that? It's a grocery store. I don't need to do it, dude. Yeah, I should just be doing shit, going home, being happy, being retarded. But, nah, he likes to be old, I guess, or whatever, how he excuses himself. And I just having a bad day. It's a terrible day. I find this not that excusable, but just a prefix to conversation. For I really just wish I had the balls to kind of stick with the choices that I had pretty set for me. For we had things set up, I was just in a terrible spot. You know, give it a few months later, way better, trying to do better. And you know, I'm talking to my friend. He learns, hey, you've gone sober while I invited you to go to a trip. Way out. I do dogmatically. I really do agree. Like, I should. You know, I'm gonna have my fun. I have my creed, and then I stop. They gotta stop. Oh, man, this is killing my neck. But I have to stop. You know, just fucking around. No more dicking. Get serious. I'm already serious, so it's not really like this is just such a. It really shows how holding, and how weak I have to hold when I have nothing. When I have when it can't be a goal. When I find myself in a graceful moment. And I don't quote like I'm. I really want to out myself. There's no. I do not play games. But you know, I just can't think without thinking that, you know. It's just no. Big part. God, you probably just listened to some babble. It was no matter what on my sobriety path of 100 days. during this trip, because I was so for a few months I was just sober. I found, and then my friend's like, hey, I didn't really invite you to be like so. That's a terrible thing to say. It really is. He's completely ignorant to it, and that's fine. That's fine. For he doesn't know. It's cool. You can't push. You can't act or talk to these people, to some of your friends or people who don't understand the things you do, or only you understand. For you know the toil. I feel like there's more wisely to attach that, but I don't know right now. But I love him. We've already put so much money into this. We gotta make this happen. And so we are. And so I'm here now, drinking this. And I'm so indifferent about the whole thing. I really am. There's no yay. I'm glad I could feed into the chemical addiction of the brain. And for I know after how much more harder it's probably gonna be to really alleviate. It's so it holds your head. It'll hold your brain hostage. I mean, it really does. Some days will just be fucking hell. No, not a fun thing about. But once you make it through, your first 2 weeks, you find a lot of strength in it. You almost, your brain feels a lot better if you've been drinking for a while. Get rid of that fucking that riverhead, I call it, but wet brain. Yeah, it sucks to have that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I think I had it. I don't know, but I was thinking just the dumbest shit. I mean, I was just a fucking idiot. And then I got sober. I hit my 80 days. I can't wait to go back on. The whole reason I even quit was to save my brain. Like, it was, it's not that, but it was just so effectively destroying my cognizant. To be cognizant, just to be conscious or anything. It was just ruined. I couldn't do that. I've done lean. I've got like once or twice, and it was retarded. Worst trap house I've ever been at. And it was just horrible of just sitting and like trying not to sleep, and then you survive that to just exist, not sleep. Really, it's just retarded. And I try not to get into too many. Ignorance is bliss. You see that in many ways once you say that. You see it everywhere. People just don't know ignorance. What's bad ignorance and what's just true ignorance? I think you can decide that for yourself. I'm not doing that. It's something I've been looking at a lot recently. I'm all into Gnosticism and whatnot. So suffering and ignorance go hand in hand, almost equal each other out. But I feel like there's more steps to both of them. And I think that'd remove a lot. But it's so important to just try to free yourself. And sometimes to free yourself, you do have to. It comes to your own detriment of suffering. Like, you have to suffer your own sufferings, not of any material or innate bodily suffering, but some chemical with yourself. Something's wrong with you. I also get into chemistry, or not chemistry, but alchemy. I find it so wise because it's not. Fuck your chemicals. Fuck your chemical street. Or chemistry, because alchemy just flips so much on my head. It makes me think differently than I have ever thought. You read things like that, and it just new concepts, new waves, a lot more information. Pretty good stuff. It's good stuff. And last thing I do before I turn this fuck ass camera off. Oh, shit! But only 15 minutes. Time killer stuff. if you know your path and someone's trying to speak on it, step on it, per se, I think step on it. Where they don't know but they're touching, you know. It's fine. Give grace to what you get when you get stepped on. And when you're finding your own path, it's okay to get a little stepped on. Don't take it too harsh. It's better if you don't. Better if you take that in and do something with it. Use it for power. But just learn, like, hell, know what not to do with others. I mean, I hope some people don't watch this, because as some of my friends have told me, I can't do things. What a shitty thing to tell someone or someone you love that you can't because you just couldn't. How ignorant of a statement. I mean, it hurts me so much that a lot of my friends told me I can't do things that would only help me out. That sucks ass. I think you should stupidly say, and sometimes your friends who just do shit and who perpetuate that like thought, okay, maybe they should be halted for their acts, for the love of God. But for someone who doesn't do that much, I at least really, I think I don't. Damn. What a bunch of dream killers. What a bunch of dream killers. And never think because you didn't put enough into that dream did it not exist. It always existed. It was always there for you. There's nothing other than you controlling whatever it is. So whether if you believe in them dinosaur shit, make them alive, do whatever interests you. I just read a quote because I literally struggled with the same thing. Life is whatever makes you not kill yourself. Think about that. Life is whatever makes you not kill yourself. I have never thought of life in this limelight other than like when I started my sobriety. You can live the life you want to live once you start. Once you start step by step. Now you're like, oh, let me go throw like all my money at this one drink. Hell no. Step by step. Small information, more information. No matter how small, too. The steps can be so little. It takes you up. I want to see more people do. I actually understand a good amount of those motivational speakers now. For who it really does seem like no one's motivated in the world to do today. And they're either so motivated I can't find them, or there's so many unmotivated people that's all I see. And I find myself in the second boat. For the first one, I find them all the time. I just don't think about it enough. As I speak, as I think, I'm thinking about it now, I do. I equally see both. Now, there is one more than the other, but so be it. They're just not there yet. And it's them just, that one cog turning, I tell you. It's that one cog turning. I pray and hope to the world, to any color, race, religion, fucking species, that you try to do better with whatever the hell you're doing. If it's trying to make the best popsicle stick, fuck, you're whittling away. If it's solving some new math problem that has hit the front line to math as all, I hope that's being done. I hope that's being solved. With time, with effort, and the spirit of your soul, and how much you care about you, will take you anywhere and everywhere. I think, at least. Hell, if you maybe have something better or different, I'll fucking listen. It'd be beautiful to me.